Yo, we are here with a new game, Isekai, or Iritori no Sekai, also known as The Colorful World. I know nothing about this game, I'm just joking. We are back. Welcome back to more Isekai. I'm on the main menu this time because, well, we've gone through every other character's route, and the one character we haven't gone through yet is Chinku's, which, look, I know I said has the most CGs, but Kana technically has one extra, so, you know, I lied. But the reason I'm on the main menu is because to start Chinku's route, you essentially have to start from the very beginning. So, enough stalling, and let's get into it. This is a dream. I'm but a mere consciousness that exists within this space to carry out its will. I wonder what she's doing right now. If only I could escape this place and go see you. What wishes... That wish is all that has been on my mind for a long, long time. If only someone would be kind enough to look at me and smile, even if only for a second. That's all I want. Alright. Look, I know that I expected that there would be a bunch of differences, but I did not expect it to start off completely different, and instead of starting with Yuma's perspective, this is Chinku's. Right? I've been trapped in this place for tens upon thousands of years. If I could just see another person smiling at me, that would be enough to heal this soul-crushing loneliness that I've been forced to endure for all this time. The bell tolled a bit loud. The eerie doorbell that reminds me of my imprisonment here. This is a dream. I'm currently dreaming. Ever since that day upon which she and I spoke about love, I've been lost in this dream world. Above all else, farewell song. Because the interesting thing is, even in the common route, Chinku was like the character we knew the least about, right? We got like a flashback of her, right? That was a teaser, and well, you had to play through the other characters' routes to get to her. So, you know, we've been edging the entire time, let's just say. This is a dream. I'm dreaming right now. Soft fuzzy feathers, white as snow, fall from the sky in this dream of some time I can't recall. I look up to the vast sky above me. The space is empty. There's no longer anyone there. I gaze up, all by my lonesome, and call out a certain person's name. She was someone very important to me. I could feel that she was. She was someone whom I was never supposed to forget. And yet, I did just that. You see, this is what the start of the game was, right? I opened my eyes. The ceiling is above me. Right, but instead it was like, instead of this is a dream, it was like, what was it? Save us or something like that. Save us from this world or whatever. Look, They said it multiple times, but it was all in the common route, so I forgot all about it. The same ceiling which greets me every morning. And the interesting thing is, we're starting off in the manager's office, but this is Yuma, so this is like halfway through the common route. I don't know. I press my palm to my forehead and shut my eyelids. I feel like it's been a while since I last dreamt that dream. After muttering to myself, I sit up and stretch my limbs. All in all, I feel pretty good. Although I feel like that dream I had was a tad different from how it normally goes for some reason. Usually I'll hear someone's voice calling out to me. Please, I beg of you, save us from this place. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. I just, forgot it. But there were no voices this time around. I was alone, staring up at the empty sky. Wait. Have I been talking to myself this whole time? It almost feels like I'm trying to talk to someone. Ain't no way you have Shinku not been in her route. Someone whom only I can see. Someone only I can see. Where did that idea come from? It sounds preposterous. There are far more reasonable explanations for my behavior. Seriously, what spurred that thought? I should stop arguing with myself and get out of bed, though. Summer vacation starts today. Okay, so this is the start of what would usually be everyone's route. But in this case, it starts from the route starts from the start of the game, and she isn't even present at the start of her route. Technically, I have the leisure to sleep for as long as I'd like, but I kind of feel like I should also be making the most of my time. Still feeling a bit drowsier than usual, I change out of my pajamas and decide to go eat breakfast. It'll be a good opportunity for me to plan out what to do over this long break with the others. Upon entering the dining room, however... Huh? I find it completely empty. Are they all just still asleep or what? I pull out the seat at the table and plop myself down. This is odd. Usually on weekends, either Mia or Kana would be up busy preparing breakfast around this time. So why is there not a single soul out here? Kana aside, Mia rarely ever oversleeps. Maybe she's just decided to relax and get herself some more shut-eye since it's summer vacation. Can't really blame her. We all want to take it easy, at least on the first day. Wait. Here I go talking to myself again. What the heck's wrong with me? I tut at myself, picking up the remote. After which I turn on the television, which sits in the corner of the dining room. My intent was to casually watch something on the TV until someone came to join me. Huh, that's odd. There's nothing but noise on every channel. Well, that's because you didn't hook up the antenna. I keep switching from one channel to the next, but nothing changes. What the hell? Is the TV broken? All of a sudden, this feeling of dread ferments in the pit of my stomach. You mean like ferment? Like, oh god, I've forgotten how to spell it. No, never mind. Ferments. Sure, that's a word. I've never seen it before, but I can't quite describe what it is or where or why it's there. I sweep my gaze over the dining room area. However, nothing in particular catches my eye. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, really. Save for one thing. The fact that I haven't seen any of the others yet. I switch off the television and stand up. What's going on? I have a bad feeling in my gut, which compels me to check up on everyone and make sure they're alright. Yeah, I've been getting the same feeling. I don't know where this fear stems from. It's probably because, you know, I had to start a new game to get to this route, so, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if everything is completely different. Actually, perhaps I do. Ever since I woke up, I knew what was causing it. Either way, something is very clearly not right. I don't know why, but I feel fretful. Really, really fretful. Please, someone, anyone, tell me what's going on. What is happening? I grow even more trepidatious as I find myself once again speaking to the empty air next to me. Wasting no more time, I hurry out of the dining room. Kana? I knock on the door to room 101, but no response. Turning the knob, I discover that it's unlocked. You in there? I'm reluctant to invade her privacy, but I have to know that Kana is in there. With that, I open the door. There's no one inside. There's also nothing inside. Not only that, but the room is free of any and all furniture or personal belongings. Did I get the wrong room? Hoping that's the case, I recheck the number plate near the door. 101. I have the right room. Even if this wasn't her room, it would make no difference. All the rooms in this dorm are supposed to be occupied at the moment. So why is this one currently completely empty? I rush out of the room and barge into the neighboring room without even so much as a knock. It's the same deal here. Room 102. Mio's room. It's also free of any furniture or belongings, and seems to have been so for quite some time. I keep checking. I head to the next room. After opening the door, I peer inside. Again. Room 103, Ko's room. There's nothing inside. It's depressingly barren. What the hell is going on? I continue knocking on the door to room 102. I continue knocking on the... Yeah, there was a comma. No reply comes, so I turn the knob immediately. It isn't locked either, and opens easily. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened to the bottom floor? Tsukasa is fiddling with her cell phone while humming to herself. Upon seeing me, she trots over to greet me. Yeah. I suppose you could say I'm relieved, but this was a bit anticlimactic. Thank goodness you're here, at least, Tsukasa. She cocks her head in confusion. Right. Sorry for, well, intruding on you like this. Were you in the middle of something important? Oh, a manual?
さすがは最先端です。侮れません。
Okay, so Suzu exists too, surely. He wears a reverent expression.
この形態と今後の関係性を良好にするためには、まずこの分厚い説明書からどうにかしないといけないかなって思っていたので。
Oh, so that's why you were reading it.
はい、そうなのです。一日も早くこの携帯を使いこなせるようになりたいのです。何せ私はお兄さんの緊急連絡係なのですから。
He smiles broadly.
ここは本当に素晴らしいところです。夏目お姉さんにはお仕事をいただけますし、それに如月お姉さんのお弁当は美味しいですし。
Mio also, well, Mio exists, but she isn't. Why is her room empty? Yeah.
それに命の恩人様であり、おっぱいの神様であらせられますお兄さんが言ってくださいますから。
Right. Except, thanks.
はい。だから私はいつまでもいつまでもここにいたいって思うのです。
Except I know that this is all nothing more than a delusion of my mind. Oh. Never mind, he's just schizophrenic. This room is empty too. There's no one here. Of course, Tsukasa was never one to keep many personal belongings on her. Still, though, this room is just depressingly bleak. There's no indication that anyone ever lived here at any point in time. What about Ayumu? Is Ayumu here at least? Room 203. I turn the knob and enter to see if I can find him inside. Just like the rest. God damn it. What the hell is going on here? Of course you're leaving Suzu's room as last. Because Suzu has been in this dorm the longest out of the other 5, out of the 6, excluding Shigure. Ayumu's room, like all the others, is completely empty. Even the furniture that was lent to him by Shigure is gone. Something... I can't deny it any longer. Something weird is going on. After all I've seen, my only choice is to accept it. I look at the dorm walls which surround me. The pain is unbearable. They're all gone. Each and every one of them. I've been left all alone in this place. Hang on, you didn't check the last room. You can't not check Suzu's room before saying this. What on earth is happening? We were all eating breakfast together just yesterday. We were all attending school together every day. So why did they all just vanish overnight? It doesn't make sense. Tell me what's going on. How is something like this possible? Oh, damn it. I did it again without realizing it. I was talking to this person who's not there. The logical response is a situation like this would be to question my own sanity. The logical response in a situation like this would be to question my own sanity. But for some reason, I feel like there's more to this weird tendency of mine. It feels like a deeply rooted habit that I've had for years. I naturally expect some kind person to reply back to me, saying, "Don't worry, you're not alone. I'm here with you. Everything's going to be okay." My mind anticipates hearing that soft, gentle voice. But everyone's gone. They've all disappeared. Then a thought comes to me. What if the problem isn't external, but internal? I feel like I once read a story that went along the lines of something like this. A man who who was involved in a man was involved in a traffic accident which severely damaged his brain, and because of that, he became unable to perceive anyone aside from himself. Perhaps it appeared in one of Suzu's books, that I once read, or maybe I came across it elsewhere. In any case, I wonder if everything's normal outside the dorm. Or perhaps I'm still dreaming. Or perhaps you should check Suzu first. Maybe I fell ill or was involved in an accident, sustained severe damage to my brain, and am now in a coma. Maybe I'm still trapped within that dream, that bright white world. Maybe what I'm experiencing now is just a nightmare in which everyone but me has vanished.
おいおい、何をバカなこと言ってるんだよ。そんなわけないだろ。
I was telling you, man. Why did you start having a fucking why did you start breaking down when you didn't even check Suzu? Huh?
何をすっとぼけたこと言ってるんだよ、君は。
This time it isn't his schizophrenia acting up. Suzu. I turn around to find her behind me.
やあ、おはよう。今朝の調子はどう？よく眠れた？なんだよ、その疑わしそうな目は。
I mean, you never know. Nothing. I can only stare at her wide-eyed, wondering if she's truly there, or my eyes are just playing tricks on me. After all, something similar happened with Tsukasa a few minutes ago. Am I hallucinating? Am I dreaming? Is she a product of my mind? Nothing makes any sense at all to me. I can't even trust my own self. Suzu?
はいよ。
I'm not just seeing things right now, am I? Are you really there?
なんだよそれは。面白いこと言うじゃないか。
He laughs.
君はいつから平面世界を立体視できるようになったんだよ。
I mean, I am at the moment. I sure don't remember mastering any useless skill like that.
本物だよ、本物。私は偽物なんかじゃないって。
Ow. I pinched my cheek. It hurts as it should, and Suzu was still there, standing in front of me. Thank goodness. My knees almost buckle with relief as I exhale a sigh.
そんなことするよりも、私が一発きついのを顔面に食らわせてやった方が効果的なんじゃない？
He smiles mischievously, and it's the same smile I know her for. Sure. Wait, no, let's not do that. I'm so relieved to see that familiar face I know and love. Hang on a minute. I just experienced some silly dream. Well, more so, I was under a wrong impression, but everything's fine now.
思い込み？それはどんな？
Well, it might be more accurate to call it a daydream. Either way, describing the details of it would be a little embarrassing.
ふんふん。
In this dream, everyone was just gone. I woke up in the morning and the dorm was empty. It had to have been a dream, but it felt so real.
ふーん。
But since you're here, I can't be dreaming or seeing things, or anything else. Well, whatever. I just had some sort of weird dream, I guess.
なるほど。そうなんだ。
Yeah. Anyway, do you know where everyone's gone? None of them are in their rooms, or for some strange reason. All their stuff is gone as well. This isn't some elaborate prank you're pulling, is it?
ああ、うん。
She puckers her lips pensively.
それ、夢じゃないよ。
What?
誰もいなくなったのは、みんなが出て行ったのは夢じゃない。そして、いたずらなんてしてないよ、私は。
Ow.
そりゃそうだ。頬をつねったって正しく痛覚が働くだけだよ。何も変わらない。だってこれは夢なんかじゃないから。
I'm seriously not?
そういうわけだからさ。ほら、朝ごはん食べに行こう。
Wait, slow down. What do you mean this isn't a dream? How?
どうもこうもないよ。そのままの意味だ。
At this time, she frowns a little sorrowfully.
みんな出て行ったんだよ。それぞれの場所に帰って行った。それはもうずいぶん前の話になるけど。
What do you mean? Quite some time ago. I look up above me toward the ceiling. It shows clear signs of aging. All the boards are discolored and stained. I don't recall it ever looking this dirty before. I was gonna say, are we like a few years in the future or whatever? Suzu. I'm really confused.
うん、そうだね。だけど君は思いのほか冷静だ。そうやってむやみに取り乱さないところは偉いなって思うよ。
I'm not keeping my cool. I'm extremely panicked. The only reason it isn't showing is because it still hasn't fully settled in that this is real. You call this breakfast?
うん、そうだけど。文句あんの？
She was kind enough to make me some instant yakisoba for breakfast. I thought it was going to be slop, but, you know, not bad. Although I don't know who in their right mind would label this breakfast food. Brushing my misgivings aside, I begin to chow down. It tastes like cardboard.
賞味期限切れてる。
Okay, never mind, it is slop.
なんだよ、その目は。塩でも入れりゃなんとかなるって。
It's already terribly salty.
文句ばっか言うんじゃないの。食べられるだけマシじゃないか。
It's something, alright.
私はここ1年ずっとこの食生活だよ。それでもほら、こうしてすくすく立派に育ってるんだ。
Okay, so at least it's been at least a year, right? That's what I'm getting at here, because obviously when Mio and Kana were here, they would cook for Suzu and everyone else, right? So because Suzu has been eating shit, it's yeah. Did you say the past year?
どうしたの？渋い顔して。
Nothing. I was just wondering how much more you were planning to grow.
そんなの私に言われてもな。
Anyway, I'd rather you have a real breakfast.
インスタントだってちゃんとしたご飯なんだから、バカにしちゃいけないよ。
Bro, this shit is expired.
お湯さえ沸かせりゃ、いつでもどこでもどんな時でもお腹いっぱいになれるんだ。これを発明した人は本当にすごい人だって思わない？
Yeah, I'd agree. If the shit you were serving Yuma wasn't expired. Why is it expired food? Did you like buy it in bulk and like you bought a year's worth of a year's supply of instant ramen and it all expired like half a year ago? I miss Mio's cooking.
もう何をジメジメしてるんだか。
I'm not. Just please explain what's going on. I want to know.
そうだね。みんながいなくなっちゃったわけを話さないといけないね。だけどその前に一つだけいい？
Sure.
君はちょっと冷たいんじゃないかな。
How am I being rude?
だってそうでしょ？さっき私の部屋だけすっ飛ばして確認しなかったでしょ？
See? Fucking. What, she was watching him? Oh, I guess I did.
それは何なの？ごまかそうったってダメだよ。ちゃんとわかってるんだから。
I mean, he even barged into a Yuma's room, so the joke that he only barged into the rooms of girls that had routes doesn't really work. He puffs up her cheeks like a petulant child.
それはあれなの？私はいなくなっていても困らないってこと？全然平気ってこと？
That's not true. Look, enough of this. Just explain what's going on.
まあいいや。今回はそういうことでごまかされておいてあげるよ。ともかく説明をしよう。みんながいなくなってしまったことの説明を。
Right.
とりあえずゆうくん、君は今どこまで覚えてる？この寮でみんなと一緒に過ごした毎日をどこまで記憶してる？
Why are you asking me that? I'm perfectly sane. There's nothing wrong with my head. Sure about that?
いいから言われた通り素直に答える。
But,
でもじゃない。
alright. I scour my memories. What immediately comes to mind is naturally the events of yesterday. Well, it was only yesterday. The day before summer vacation. July 19th. That evening, I tucked myself into bed, and my next memory is waking up the following day. Which would make today July 20th. The first day of summer vacation. I was hoping to be able to spend some time hanging out and having fun with all the others over the course of our break. That was my hope, but the whole world seems to have been turned upside down overnight. Just what happened. Huh? What was that? An image just flicked across my mind. An image of me writing something in some book, whilst muttering to myself in the manager's office. I shake my head, dislodging the intrusive image from my mind. Anyway, the last thing I remember is it being July 19th. July 19th, which was yesterday. So today would be the 20th by that logic, right?
それは何年の7月20日？
Huh? What kind of question is that? Why are you asking me that?
遠回りな言い方はよしにしようか。あのね、君の時間は5年前から止まっちゃってるんだよ。
It's been how many years? What? I stiffen. Hold on a sec. You're joking, right? She closes her eyes and slowly shakes her head.
いや、冗談なんかじゃないよ。まだ少し回りくどかったかな。こんなのはもう何度も繰り返してきたことだ。もう少し私も説明がうまくなれればいいんだけどな。
What do you mean you've been through this scenario before?
今の君は大切なことを忘れてしまっているんだよ。停止した時間なんかよりもずっと大切なものを。
What about my frozen clock?
私は君が忘れたそれを知っている。それが誰だったのか、そのすべてを知っている。だけど、君にその正体を教えてあげることはできないんだよ。
Fuck.
私は 君が忘れたそれを知っている。それが誰だったのか、そのすべてを知っている。だけど、
You can't. But why not?
君自身が思い出さなきゃ意味のないことだから。
I have to remember through my own willpower? He doesn't have any.
その点で私は無力だ。君にこうやって毎日同じ説明をしてあげることしかできない。
What are you saying?
ともかく、君は自分の力であの子のことを思い出さなきゃいけない。わかるかい？ゆうくん、君が自分で思い出す。それが重要なんだよ。それがこの世界の約束だ。
Suzu,
ん？
are you pulling my leg right now?
もちろん。
Does she know Shinku? I mean, look, this is like the fucking start of the game, where we were thrust in to this world that we know nothing about, and we kept getting questions and never getting answers until like halfway through. This is exactly the same thing that's happening. No wonder we had to start a new game. Because... No, never mind.
だからさ、そんな、何言ってるんだこの人、みたいな顔はもうよしなって。こんなの嘘にしたってタチが悪い。そうでしょ？君をみんなして担いでやろうとか、からかってやろうとか、そんないたずらを仕掛けてるわけじゃないんだから。
5 whole years. I survey the room. The lightly stained walls, the dusty corners. Was it always this filthy in here?
私の言うことが信じられないのなら、思い出してみろよ、ゆうくん。
Huh? Remember what?
君は過去に、今と同じような状況を経験したことがあったはずだ。
Is she talking about before he met Shinku? I have.
そう。君がこの寮に初めてやってきた子供の頃の話だ。あの時の君はどんな状態だった？
Oh, she's talking about... I mean, I guess technically the before he met Shinku was included in that, but it also includes when he met Shinku and the however many days he was with Shinku before he finally started to remember. I think, if I recall correctly, I awoke in my apartment one morning with no memories of any day prior.
そうだね。それで？
Mio brought me here to this dorm. You're skipping a few steps, but sure. For some reason, I couldn't store more than a day's worth of memories. It was strange, and I didn't understand why. That's why I awoke each day with a blank slate of memories. It kind of feels like I've reverted back to the me of that period.
そうだよ。君は今、あの頃の状態に戻ってるんだ。
What?
1日以上の記憶を保てないっていう奇特な状態に戻っている。
But why is this happening again? Come to think of it, how did I even fix this situation back then? So that I could retain my memories from day to day? I can't remember. I can't remember anything. If only I'd kept a diary. If the idea of that pops into my head all of a sudden. Right, a diary. I should write diary entries. Although I'm not exactly sure how it would prevent any memories from disappearing. I'm still no less confused. more I speak with Suzu, and the more I ruminate, the less sense any of this all makes. Who am I? And how did I get here? That's what I've been asking this entire time. That old fear of mine, the very one Suzu had helped rid me of as a kid, is suddenly rearing its ugly head again.
ゆうくん、
Yes?
話の整理をつけるために、少しだけ今現在の話をしようか。
My present situation?
うん。
He nods.
その1、
Then she raises a finger.
今の君は1日以上の記憶を保てない。その2、君は大切なものを忘れている。それを思い出さなきゃいけない。
Without anyone's help.
その通り。
He nods before raising a third finger.
そしてその3、あの子が君の前からいなくなったのは、君があの子の願いを叶えたからだ。
I mean, technically I fulfilled it 4 times, but that's semantics. That girl? I fulfilled someone's wish? I did?
うん。あの子の願いは、この寮に集まってくる子たちの願いを叶えるっていうことだから。
So I had to fulfill all of their wishes.
ああ、そうだよ。そして、最後の一人の願いを叶えるために、あの子は消えた。
Huh? The final person?
君がそんなあの子のことを覚えていないのは、みんなの願いを叶えるために、その力を必要以上に使っちゃったからなんだよ。
I mean, yeah, I could see that. Especially, if the events of what happened in the end of Mira's route is canon. So then, but instead he has Shinku's power this time, so he's able to heal the stab wound or whatever. Look, all I'm saying is that it would have made the ending better if Shinku didn't disappear.
だからあの子の記憶に関するものだけをよりすぐるようにして、それはあくまでも君自身の意志で、それを消費しちゃったんだ。今君があの子に関してのみ覚えていないのは、そういうわけなんだ。それを思い出させるために、私は。
He suddenly pauses mid-sentence and sinks into silence. Hours, memories, and I forgot through my own volition. My head is starting to hurt. None of what she just said to me made any bit of sense.
どうしても私の言うことが信じられないみたいだな。それならもう一つだけ言わせてもらってもいい？
Sure.
君はずっと夢を見ていたはずだ。
Huh?
助けて。
He mutters the words in a hushed voice.
私たちを助けて。そんな夢を君は見続けていた。
I'm dumbstruck. Yeah, me too. How do you know about those dreams of mine? I've never once mentioned them to her before.
言っただろ？私は何もかも全部知ってるんだよ。
Yeah, apparently. How? I guess we'll get into that further into Shinku's route. Well, now I do, at least, since I cheated by reading that book, she adds. Ah. She read his fucking diary entries.
そのすべてはあらすじ通りではあるんだよ。だから君が不思議に思う今を含めたすべてのことは何の問題もないことなんだ。
He smiles somewhat lamentably.
だけど、あらすじとして決まっていたのは夏休みまでなんだ。5年前の7月19日。そこから先は空白なんだ。
I mean, I guess he's just stopped writing for 5 years. I still can't for the life of me work out what she's referring to, or what she's trying to tell me.
最初はかなちゃんだった。みんながここに揃った一番最初の夏休みだ。君はとある力を使って、あの子の願いを叶えたんだよ。
A certain power? What power?
そして次は、みおちゃんの番だった。
He continues willfully ignoring my question.
それは君がかなちゃんの願いを叶えた、その次の年の夏休みのことだ。どうして君はそう夏休みにばかり行動を起こすのか。そこのところは律儀だよなと思うけど。
Yeah,
とにかく、あれも夏だったんだ。
this is cool, but it kind of like doesn't really work because, well, first of all, you the problem is that the way that Yuma solved everyone's conflict also coincided with him essentially falling in love with them, right? So, you know, essentially, every route has been kind of retconned to an extent, right? To fit this, yeah, route, yeah.
そして、その次はきょうちゃんで、さらに次は司と続いて、誰もいなくなってしまった今に至る。
But I am
そういう
curious.
具合だ。
I am curious as to if I did the characters' routes in a different order, would she say something different, right? And you know what? I have to do it. I have to look at this at the end, right? Yeah, that's the thing. How will I? Well, you know, maybe at the end of Shinku's route, the title of the game will go back to being blue, and then I can just cycle through with a different route order, right?
とにかくそういったわけで、みんながみんな戻りたい場所、収まるべき場所、そういったところへ帰っていけたってことだ。
Yeah, but like, the problem is that Tsukasa's one's kind of fucked because, well, no, because I mean, at the end of Tsukasa's route, they kind of settle, and she gets the more expensive surgery, so it's fine. But then, because they aren't dating, she kind of doesn't have a reason to stay, so then she just goes back to her home. Well, Mio on the other hand, Kyo's kind of the same, right? She's probably back at wherever the fuck, training at her house, family house. Mio's fucked. See, Mio's route ending has a lot of shit to retcon. Especially since in this instance, Mio was the second person I saved. Right? Kana, Kyo, Tsukasa's, those were, you could seamlessly implement them into this route, excluding the whole romance part of it. But Mio's, well, I guess he did have Kyo's, if he had Shinku's power, he would have been able to deal with Toru easily, but the thing is, right, Toru was confused that the clock was already destroyed. So, right, that's the thing. If the clock can't be destroyed, because then, you know, Kyo and Tsukasa wouldn't have been able to go back. But yeah, whatever. It'll be explained, I guess. It's just, you know, hard to wrap your head around.
君がどうしても思い出せないあの子が強く望んだ結果になったんだ。
Her wish?
そう。だからゆうくん、次は君の番だ。
My turn?
そう。次は君が自分の願いを叶える番なんだよ。
Right, like the other thing is, how are they going to explain why Yuma just decided that every summer vacation he chooses to solve a different person's problem, right? Like, why summer vacation, right? Like, why wasn't it back to back, right? Starting off with Kana, and then after that, he solves Mio's, right? Like, not a whole year's worth of wait in between, for like a month at most for each.
だからあの子には悪いけど、少しの間消えてもらうことにしたんだ。
Oh. She disappeared because it was my turn to fulfill my wish?
そうだね。そういうことだよ。それがきっとベストであるはずだから。
So this isn't Shinku's route more so than it is... This is Yuma's route more so than it is Shinku's route. Of course. Minami Kana, Kisaragi Mio, Shikishima Kyo, Tomine Tsukasa. You don't truly fall in love with... You didn't truly fall in love with any of them. That's why this had to happen, he proceeds to explain. Falling in love. The act of developing romantic affection for another person. My wish. I close my eyes. All of the things that he said to me are tangled messily inside my head. To be perfectly honest, none of what you just said to me made any bit of sense. Maybe because I lack the knowledge right now to comprehend it all. However, I know what my wish is. I want to go back to that day, July 19th, 5 years ago. Can that be my wish? Will it count? All of the others are gone. I never could have imagined how painful it would feel to be left alone like this. I just want to smile and laugh with them again. There was so much I wanted to do. So many fun things I wanted to do with those friends of mine I cared for so dearly.
君がそれを本気で願うっていうのなら、それもそれでありだろう。
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
私には、魔女である私には、それを可能にできるだけの権限があるから。
I'm sorry, Suzu. I shake my head. I'm completely and utterly lost. Everything you say just confuses me more.
そうだね。何もかもが唐突に過ぎるよね。あくまでも今の君にとっては。それなら、ここでもう一度だけ話をまとめよう。
Maybe.
今、君は選ぶことができるんだよ。そういう状況に立っているんだ。
A choice?
望めば君は5年前に戻ることができる。
Really?
ああ、君が本気で望めばね。比喩でも何でもなく、現実的に。そしてもう一つの選択肢。それは、思い出すこと。
Remember?
そう。6人目のあの子の名前を自力で思い出すこと。
The sixth kid?
そう。君たちは6人いたんだ。かなちゃんにみおちゃんにきょうちゃん。そしてつかさにあゆむちゃんを含めて5人。
Is she not counting? No, it has to be Shinku, right? It can't be Shinku's friend, right? Because that wouldn't make any sense. I guess. I don't know.
本当はこの5人で完結するんだけれど、君にだけは特別に6人目がいたんだ。それを思い出すこと。
Okay, yeah, it was Shinku. I was gonna say, if it's Shinku's friend, like, that wouldn't make any logistical sense, because she would have been, like, however many years old.
どのような手段を使ったっていい。とにかくそれを思い出すんだ。それが次の扉を開くキーとして、私が君のなくした記憶を手渡そう。それが師匠である私から君に渡せる最後の試験だ。これに合格したなら、晴れて一人前として認めてやろうじゃないか。
He smiles warmly at me, but all I can do is blankly stare back, unable to reciprocate her joy. So, if I'm understanding this right, I have to make a choice, and it has to be one of those two?
そういうこと。いや、違うな。3つ目の選択肢もあるといえば、ある。
He pushes aside her now empty yakisoba container before continuing.
戻る。思い出す。そのどちらも選択せずに、問題を未来へと先延ばしにするっていうのもありだ。それはちょうど今のような状態を未来永劫、永遠に続けていくっていう選択だ。今日の出来事を明日に引き継げない。今の状態をね。さあ、選べ。君は何を選択する？
I don't know enough to make any sort of decision.
昨日の君は、一昨日の君より、だいぶ素直だった。
Suzu?
昨日でも一昨日でもない。今日の君の答えを聞かせてほしいんだ。
What I want?
そう。ここまではあらすじ通りとは言えないまでも、予定調和ではあるんだ。すべてがこうなるように仕組まれていた。だけど、ここから先のお話は、君自身が記述していかなければならない。ここで君が戻ると明言しさえすれば、私はこの時間をいくらでも巻き戻すことができる。
Because of the way this world was created, I've been given the ability, apparently, she explains. Apparently? He smiles wryly, answering. Don't forget, I'm a witch. Fucking Deus Ex Machina. A witch. More like a bitch. I think back to the day I first came to this dorm. That girl who had proclaimed that she would become my childhood friend led me here by hand. Suzu. How? How can I just do that? How can you just do that? How can you rewind time? How's that even possible? Just saying you're a witch doesn't explain anything.
ああ、そうだな。わかるよ、君の気持ちは。だけどとにかく、君は私に答えを口にしさえすればいい。そうすることで、おのずと全てが理解できるから。
Is that the way this world was created?
そういうこと。
He flashes me a faint smile.
さあ、どうする？戻るのか、 あの子の名前を口にするのか、それとも現状維持なのか。君の答えそのものが次の扉を開くキーだ。猶予は1日。私はずっとここで君の答えを待ってるから。
The decision is in my hands. Despite my continued confusion with this situation, I alone have the power to choose where I go next. Anyway, I should take what she's saying at face value for now. If she says that I need to make a decision, then I'll make one. If she's pulling some kind of prank on me, then fine. We'll just share a hearty laugh over it later. No harm done. If anything, I'd honestly rather this be some joke than me being stuck in a time loop where I repeat this day endlessly. I have nothing to lose by giving her an answer. There are two options available: to go back or to go forward, to remember or to forget, or a third option: to stay in this loop forever and ever. With all that in mind, the answer I've arrived at is I've made my choice. I knew we weren't gonna get a decision. I didn't decide to go back 5 years. I didn't decide to stay in this situation forever. I made the decision to regain that which I lost. Part of me still thinks that this is all one giant prank. However, that wouldn't explain the clear, palpable melancholy in her voice when she explained this all to me. There's this thick, tar-like gloom sticking to every aspect of this world, to the point that I know this isn't the world I'm used to. So I'll believe Suze's story for now. I want to go back 5 years. I truly and honestly do. I'd asked her to rewind time if I could. However, somewhere deep down, I felt like that'd be the wrong choice to make. Yet, at the same time, I don't know how to find what I've lost, or even where to begin. What am I supposed to be aiming for? I haven't even the foggiest idea. Either way, though, I know that I made the right choice. Who is this girl that Suzu kept mentioning? Who was she to me? What was her name? If I can figure those things out, then maybe I can escape this vicious, never-ending nightmare. This infinite cycle of repeating the same day over and over. But when does this day end exactly? The obvious answer is at midnight. Wait, though. Suzu specified that I had until the end of the day to decide. If I assume that the end began when I opened my eyes, and I have exactly 24 hours from that point onward, I'll already have forgotten all of this by noontime tomorrow. I don't know why, but I feel frighteningly certain of this. The morning. For some reason, I have this hunch that there was something else that happened this morning, besides me waking up. Something very significant. At any rate, once my time runs out, I'll go back one day, but also 5 years. The clock will tick forward, but my memories will shift backward. In other words, the me that exists right now will cease to be. I must be going crazy or something. It all seems too frighteningly real. Seriously, this is insane. I woke up and then suddenly I'm hit with all of this. The more I think about it, the less fathomable it all seems. However, if I assume that Suzu isn't telling the truth, then that only makes the whole scenario seem even more bizarre. I remember what she told me. She said that I fulfilled all of their wishes, but I have no recollection of any of that. It makes no sense. Apparently I've forgotten about anything, about someone very important to me. And that's the cause of this vague sense I have that everything isn't quite right. I shake my head. Whatever. I just need to keep searching for that sixth person's name. I'll start by sifting through my memories. I close my eyes so that I can focus fully on the images flickering in my headspace. Will I be able to find you, whoever you are? At this point, I've stopped being self-conscious about the habit of talking to myself. It's a subconscious action for the most part, which makes it exceedingly difficult to stop doing. I don't have the time to spend dealing with my own issues right now. So what if I talk to myself? It does me no harm. I just need to remember your name. What is your name? What is... Flashbang. Your name. Kimi no Nawa. What a movie. An image reappears in my mind. I thought I was talking to myself, but it seemed that I was actually speaking to someone else. Sometimes at the manager's desk, sometimes at the desk in my apartment. Also, I was writing something, albeit very unenthusiastically. What was that thick book? I feel like I know what it was. It's on the tip of my tongue. I mutter musingly to myself. Perhaps it was a textbook of some sort. Wait. I think I know. Was it a diary? He's figuring it out. A shiver runs up my spine. Was I writing diary entries? Didn't Suzu mention something about that? As a matter of fact. That I wouldn't forget if I kept a diary? Which means... that was a diary. Alright. I feel like I've inched a tiny step closer to my goal. That book, the diary, needs to be the first thing I find. I'll search around for it. I'll have much better luck with that than standing here and racking my brains. If I find it, it may lead me to even more clues. With that in mind, I decided to start my search of the manager's office. Where is this thing? I rummage through Shigure's desk drawers. I start from one side and make my way along, flinging out the contents. I can't find it. It must not be here. But that's odd. I clearly remember sitting here at this desk and writing entries or something or another in it. Tell me, where did I put that book? However, my question remains unanswered. It floats through the air before being sucked into the deafening silence. I need to remember her name. That's what Suzu said. All I know is that it's her. She didn't tell me a damned thing about this girl. The only thing I can do is keep going forward. With that in mind, I consider where to search next. Right, I'll try there. No luck here either. Damn, it's been a while. I rummaged through the drawers, but likewise, there was nothing that caught my eye. Leaning back in my chair, I absently stare at the ceiling. It's like I'm barking up the wrong tree without even knowing it. Get it? Because books are made of paper? Never mind. I close my eyes, deciding to take a short break. I have a little over 20 hours remaining. To be precise, 21 hours, 48 minutes, and 20 seconds. Excuse me? It's a wonder to me how my internal clock can be so accurate. You've had 5 years. I don't know why, or actually, perhaps I do. Regardless, what I know for certain is that it's always been this accurate for as long as I can remember. 1, 2... The clock continues to tick and talk continuously, mercilessly. Who is it that made me this way? I open my eyes and scan the room. In the first place, do I even truly believe that what Suzu said? Even now I'm starting to have doubts. I can't keep hold of my memories for more than a day. What I thought was yesterday was in fact 5 years ago. This being because I fulfilled everyone's wishes. And now it's my turn to make my own wish a reality. Which is why she disappeared. This isn't helping. I can't sort out any of this. I can't remember anything. I checked my apartment and the manager's office. I was sure I'd find something, at least in one of those two places, that would give me a clue as to what your name is. But no, nothing. I just need to keep searching. You, the 6th one. I can't stop now. I need to keep going. I need to find both your name and that book. I close my eyes once more. Actually, hold on. A book. A book. I'm searching for a book. There's only one place it could possibly be. Yeah? Suzu's room. This is a dream. I'm currently dreaming. Everything is white. Everyone is gone. Everyone, save for me. The me that once was. I'm alone, surrounded by books. Unable to see anyone. Unable to speak to anyone. Love. I want to know what love feels like. I mutter that wish to myself again and again ad infinitum. Upon opening my eyes, I see nothing but darkness. Gotta turn on the lights. The fluorescent lights in the apartment blink on and off automatically. Autonomously. Jesus. Outside, everything is pitch black. Wait, no. What is this? What's going on? I didn't fall asleep, did I? When did it happen? The blood drains from my face. I get up and rush out the room. How much time do I have? 11 hours, 15 minutes and 47 seconds, 46, 45, 44, 43. You get it. I wasted so much time. How long had I been asleep? And why did I even fall asleep at such a crucial time as this, where every second counts, matters? I arrived back at the dorm. After racing up the stairs, I fling open the door to room 202.
早い。
She snaps the book in her hand shut. She's sitting on the windowsill, just like she was when we first met. What are you talking about?
昨日よりも1時間以上早いよ。で、どうかな、ゆうくん。もうギブアップ？
No. I begin to rifle through the mountain of books. Tell me, Suzu, is it here?
あるって何が？
Why do I form a smile at her response? I feel like I should be angry at or impatient, but I'm not. The book, the one I'm searching for, more specifically, I think it might be a diary.
本。ああ、本ね。
Yeah, she burnt it. You're the first person who came to mind when I realized I was searching for a book.
そうかな。
Yeah. So, anyway, is the book I'm searching for here?
秘密。
I figured you'd say that.
ごめんね。教えられないんだ。
It's fine, I understand. It's something I need to find on my own. I smile ruefully, picking up book after book and checking their covers, while relying on what fragments of my memory remain.
ゆうくんは5年前に戻りたいって言ったよね。
Yeah, I guess you did say it was possible.
今は違う？
Maybe not. Right now, what I want is to reclaim the things that I've lost. She nods in response, then flips the page in her book. The sound of paper rubbing together reaches my ears. It's a very familiar, soothing sound to me, almost like a lullaby of sorts. By the way, where's Shigure?
それも秘密。
How come? Well, you know, considering that he's as useless. He's useless in every route except Kana's. Yeah. You know, I don't have high hopes for him.
ズルはダメだよ。あいつは探し物の名人だから。それに、頼み事にイエスとしか答えられないお人よしなんだ、あいつは。君の魂胆なんて、お見通しなんだよ。
I mean, like, it's been 5 years and he's still not here, so, you know, you saw right through me, huh?
当たり前だよ。
He chuckles. I refocus on my search, looking around the room for any clues.
ゆうくん、さ。
Yeah. I continue to examine book after book, keeping my back turned to her as I throw back a half-hearted response. What is it? Every book I pick up is one that she's lent to me, and that I've read at least once.
そろそろ、諦めたらどうだ？
I stare at her blankly. I'm so flummoxed, what the fuck, that I nearly dropped the book in my hand. What? Maybe my trust in her was blinding me, leading me to believe that she'd never utter something so disheartening to me. Which is why I can't help but ask her, why would I do that?
残り時間は。
The He casts a glance at the clock on the wall. 11 hours, 7 minutes, and 28 seconds.
なるほど。あの時計、10分近く遅れてるな。
Her response is but confirms it. The prediction I'd made that I only had 24 hours to figure this out was correct. If I can't manage to find anything within that time period, the current me will disappear by midday tomorrow. I pause my search and bring my eyes to Suzu's face. She seems to be trying her utmost to avoid meeting my gaze.
も
Yeah?
うさ、頑張るのはよさないか？君は十分、これ以上ないってくらい頑張ったよ。だからもう目の前にぶら下がる小さな幸せを求めても、戻るの選択をしても、誰も君のことを責めたりはしないと思うよ。
Suzu,
何かな？
I've been thinking. Well, according to what you said, my mind is stuck in the past, right? Insofar as my ability to retain memories for more than a day remains broken. But when did this all start?
みんなが一人残らず出て行ってすぐだったから、そうだな。ちょうど1年前だな。
Alright. I nod. Which means you've been doing this for me every single day since then, right? You've been going through this same routine, giving me the exact same explanation day after day after day.
そうだね。そういうことになるね。
In that case, I know what I need to do about the choice she's given me. Give up, or to remember, or to choose nothing and let the scenario repeat forever. I don't even need to brood. It's as though my answer has been predetermined. I'm right here before you, because every time you've explained the situation to me, I've made the exact same choice. That's the logical conclusion. My presence here right now means that I never chose to go back 5 years. Thus, I've been continuously searching for this girl you speak of every single day up to this point. Would I be correct in assuming that? Either that, or I've chosen to let the situation continue endlessly, constantly stalling any decision one way or the other. Whatever the case, though, I never once opted to give up. I even feel slightly proud of myself for that.
その通りだな。ゆうくんは諦めなかった。君は懲りない男だから。
There's an abject sadness in the smile that she directs toward me.
あの子のことだけじゃない。君は自分自身の正体を知りたいと、この1年間ずっと思い出せないことを思い出すために、必死になって頑張ってきた。
But I've never succeeded.
そうだな。通算365日の失敗だ。ゆうくん、私は思うんだ。
What?
必死になってもいいことは何もないってね。だから私は言いたい。そろそろ諦めてもいいんじゃないかって。でも勘違いしないでほしい。私はあの子を諦めろと言ってるんじゃないんだよ。
You're not?
もちろん。ただ、すべてを背負い込むのはやめろと言ってるんだ。何度でも言おう。君は十分頑張った。もうそれでいいじゃないか。君が、君自身を認められなくても、私が認める。 だから、ゆうくん、私はね、思うんだ。君はもっと別の幸せを願い、それを手にすることを考えてみてもいいんじゃないかって。
Alright. I nod, then put down the book in my hands, carefully and delicately. It's an act of reverence. I pay my respects to these pages, which contain innumerable amounts of days gone by. Each word therein part of a detailed picture, which paints the person, their personality, and their world. I've reached my answer.
それじゃあ、
Okay. I nod slowly and deeply before answering her. I'm not going to give up. I'll never, ever choose to do that. So I'm going to... Huh? You just laugh? I almost doubt my eyes. Because right now, she's scowling. I could have sworn that I saw a momentary relief in her expression. But why?
私の話、聞いてた？
What do you mean? I told you not to get desperate, she responds. Her smile is gone. She's still frowning grimly. Well, yes, I heard you. But that doesn't add up. Earlier in the day, you said that this was my final test as your apprentice. You saying that to me actually gave me the motivation to persevere. Are you trying to get me to give up? Or do you want me to keep going? Which is it? I don't want to give up. I don't want to think about it. It's not an option for me. But you do have a point. If I stop now, if I stop racing around, give up on this desperate search, and choose a different path, then maybe I can find happiness. But for whatever reason, I don't want to do that. I can't give up. I have to keep going. I don't even want to entertain the possibility of quitting. Just the thought of abandoning my search for this important person whom I've supposedly forgotten fills me with an inexplicable despair. Not just giving up. No way.
なるほど。
She promptly shuts the book in her hand.
要するに、6人目を見捨てる気は毛頭ないんだね。戻ると口にする気もさらさらないんだ。
That's right. I nod. There are options that I'm averse to. There are options that I don't want to choose, and options that I want to choose. I won't give up on something that I don't want to. I won't accept resignation and despair against what my instincts are telling me. I'd like to think that this resolve stems from the confidence I have in my self-identity, because, after all, those previous choices are why I'm here right now. I don't want to abandon her. I don't want to give up. So, to that end, I'm going to keep scouring this room. I resume my search, rifling and rummaging. I search for the book. Your book, or perhaps our diary. The clock on the wall continues to count down the seconds, each tick resonating throughout the room.
わかったよ、高3だ。
She throws her hand up in resignation.
私の負けだ。
Wait, what?
もういい加減、諦めなくちゃいけないのは私の方なのかもしれないな。
What do you mean?
君を説得するのは諦めたよ。これだよ、ゆうくん。君が探していた本は？
That's it?
今私が持っている本。これが君の探し物。彼女の本だ。
I fucking knew it. I'm sorry?
ずっと、こうして私が古書を大事に抱えてきたのだから、そんなところを探し回ったって見つからないよ。
Why? I feel upset and indignant at the fact that she had been hiding the book from me this entire time. But what strikes me as even more odd than that is, why did you randomly decide to tell me this?
さあね。実を言うと、そろそろ私もこんな生活に飽き始めていたところなんだ。もういい加減終わりにしたい。ただそれだけのことだよ。というのは、ちょっと矛盾が多すぎるか。
She reopens the book in her hands again, rather than giving it to or throwing it at me. However, she makes herself comfortable, as if she's intending to read it.
こんな君を試すような真似をし続けて、私は師匠失格かもな。
Suzu?
なんでもない。気にするな。
She shakes her head.
そういうわけで、私が君に読んで聞かせよう。この本に記述されたお話を。
You're going to read it aloud?
君が彼女を忘れたとき、自力で君が彼女の本に行き着いたなら、私がこの一冊を君に差し出す約束になっていたんだ。
You promised? But wait, I didn't find it without outside help.
ああ、いいんだよ。
I haven't even so much as remembered her name.
忘れない。忘れたくない。君にとってのあの子は何よりも大切な人だった。それを君が理解できれば十分だったんだよ。だから私は君にこの本を読んで聞かせる。それが師匠の私が君にしてやれる最後のことだ。もう限界だったんだ、実際は。痛々しかった。いつまでも頑張り続ける君を、探し物を見つけられなくて、毎日死にゆく君を見ているのは。
And I know that I'm the one who constructed it to all be this way, she adds, gritting her teeth. Suzu, what are you talking about? All of a sudden, a sense of fear overcomes me. What if Suzu, the person whom I can see standing before me now, disappears like everyone else? Suzu,
私は頑張る君を尻目に、ずっと君の答えを隠し持っていた。引け目を感じるなっていうのは無理がある。さあ、おとぎ話を始めよう。ずっと昔、君がどこかへなくしたお話を始めよう。
A fairy tale?
ああ、準備はいいか？これこそが、私が君にできる最後のことだ。さあ、それでは始めようか。この世界という名のおとぎ話を。